Allow the children
it's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not they off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1.
So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Today, oh, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number 1.
Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, the first thing you do when you join is to like the broadcast. After that, right, then you share the broadcast. And then read the caption as well as the description of the broadcast. And then you can sit back and relax to enjoy it tonight. Facebook, they mad. So everyone who can't really like or share because you are watching on Facebook, I advise you, join us on YouTube. So tonight we are going to have same open mic, okay? So I'm going to open the line straight away. But just to get you into it, okay, I can start with some of these, trending news or, happenings. So I can share that with you, get you in the mood, and then you can phone in. The number is on the screen. If you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube, all you have to do is to grab your WhatsApp, okay, and dial. If you are dialing from outside the UK, just put it on +44. Oh, what's that again? Sorry, I'm going to read it out. It's a long one. So it is at the end of that scroll. All all right, on your screen, and it is WhatsApp call only, just in case if you're trying. So +44 79 60 63 1010. Okay, so you can call in anytime, but just give me some minutes just to get everybody in the mood and we can get started. So if you have read the caption and if you have shared this broadcast, right, while we wait for others, again, share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook,
The pressure.
and yes, we like lórí YouTube, and yes, we like ọba bá gbé wúrẹ́, and yes, we like ijó ìbádìyẹ, and yes, we like ìrẹsì ló bá wù sí o, and yes, we like Igbo nìna gbówó jẹ, and yes, we like ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá, and yes, we like aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
I will tell you some few things about these pictures. But this was Abuja today.
And yes, we like ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnrakì, and yes, we like
Thank you. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live. Today makes it 62 days after the conduct of that charade called elections in Nigeria. And their constitution says the election petition tribunal must attend to all cases that has to do with the election, right? Within 180 days by law. Anyway, today is day 62, and they keep shifting and changing when they are going to start. But we'll come back to that. Call your president-elect. As it's the ground running in the sense that those who you can call, right, the element of the establishment, so is now the rallying block for the Nigeria politicians, career politicians, the real establishment, the cankerworms, the scavengers that come from all parts of Nigeria. It doesn't really matter anymore, because in Nigeria politics, it is winner takes it all. So as the status quo says, Tinubu is your president-elect. Automatically, the road lead to Tinubu's house. And because of this, we are beginning to see sentiments like the Igbos. They made a mistake for Peter Obi running for office. Peter Obi has ruined the chance of and the chances of Igbos in being treated equally in Nigeria because of Peter Obi. But according to them, it is not still too late for Peter Obi to withdraw his court case for the sake of the Igbos, or else Igbos will not have anything to benefit from Nigeria under Tinubu. So the sentiment is coming back. I am not here to explain the sentiment to you, whether it is good or if it is not good. You will be the judge by the time I kind of round this up. Don't mind me, oh, I may be going here, going there. Child, they follow me. So the new propaganda that is out now is that election has come and gone, and there is no point in that Peter Obi has done enough damages already to the Igbos, and the Igbos' chances in Nigeria. His done enough damages already, but he can still stop. Challenging the rigged election is not in the interest of the Igbos, according to these voices that I'm beginning to hear from now. And I have seen that before. According to them, in 8 years, because Igbos decided to support Jonathan and not Buhari, the Igbos have now suffered in Nigeria, and the rest of Nigeria, which happened to be the 97% according to Buhari, they enjoyed while the Igbos suffered according to these Igbo politicians. You know that is not true, Abi? Okay, I haven't even gone far. You know it is not true, Abi? Okay, but we need to make those who are buying into their usual move on, the usual Nigeria establishment, where you have no idea who is part and parcel of the establishment. A lot of you believe that just the politicians, but this is where I come in, breaking this whole thing down, so that when you come across them, no matter how convincing they sound to you, they are just bollocks, BS, something you call BS. And they are going to be coming from the people that you would ordinarily have some respect for. But let's start with this. The Igbos have to build bridges before the rest of Nigeria can trust them. Let me ask you one quick question. Now, this is not to judge you if you are watching, wherever you're watching from right now. It is not to judge you, okay? It is just to get you to start thinking, okay? How many times, even if you are Igbo, how many times have you heard that Igbos will never be allowed to be president of Nigeria in your lifetime? How many times have you heard that? Have you heard that before? Whether you are Igbo, whether you're not Igbo, how many times have you heard that Igbos will never be president in Nigeria before? It's unwritten. Okay. Then, how many times have you heard that the Igbos must build bridges with the rest of Nigeria before they can be trusted in that one Nigeria? How many times have you heard that? How many times, you listening to me right now, how many times have you said it yourself? Whether you are Igbo or you are not Igbo, how many times have you said it? Whether just freely or like, Igbos can never be president in this country. Okay. Now, Jonathan became president of Nigeria after the death of Yaradua. Okay. And he automatically, right, inherited the northern fanatics' political careers and their followers. So, like, it became instant enemy to them, simply because, according to this your establishment, your criminal politicians in Nigeria, everyone that comes from after the second Niger bridge is Igbo. Even if you have the Niger Delta there, I mean, like you have the Joy, Shekiri, Urobo, and the rest, right? Everyone is Igbo. And being an Igbo is completely unacceptable. It is unwritten, but every Nigerian, I'm not talking about those who are living in denial, knows that. So Jonathan inherited that, and in 2015, where the divisive politics of APC actually took a root in Nigeria, Jonathan was demonized, even hated more, because the career criminal politicians from northern Nigeria presented him as Igbo. Being an Igbo in Nigeria is like wearing this tag of you can do anything you want to me and there will be no consequences. Do you get that? So I'm a Yoruba man. Generally, when you meet the bigoted Yorubas who are supposed to be the same Nigerians, so listen to this, so they won't agree that Nigeria should break up. And at the same time, me as a Yoruba man, talking about the Igbos in this way, I am considered to the bigoted ones, and they are very few, they are not many, but they are very few and they are the loudest. So Yorubas, I am more or less like a betrayer. Why are you defending the Igbos in Nigeria? Are you not a Yoruba man? Are you supposed to be talking like this? And that's the typical Nigerian. So being an Igbo is like you know your limitation. If your mama be Igbo and your papa is from somewhere else, you also know your limitation in Nigeria. If your papa na Igbo and your mama is from elsewhere, well, maybe you'll be lucky because, well, you belong to your father. And I've not heard anyone who is of a non-Igbo mother, born to Igbo family, in any way discriminated against. I haven't seen that. But back to the real politics here, right? Where they kind of get everyone played, or people actually get themselves played. So I am not expected to speak so good of the Igbos. According to them, if you speak about the injustice, that is a betrayal of your own tribe. And when you tell them, how about we all kind of respect this territorial and all these boundaries and just break up Nigeria, then they will scream again. Oh, you want to cause war in Nigeria. You want Nigeria to fight to Abi, this, and then it's pretty much like confusion. But here is where the confusion comes from. Buhari became president of Nigeria. And when he was asked that this country is so divided now after this election showed that Nigeria is headed for a total breakup if nothing is done. What is your plan in uniting the country and bringing everybody together? This was a question asked Buhari in Washington, D.C. in America, few months when he took over power. And he said, you cannot expect him to treat the people that gave him 97% of their votes same way he is going to treat people that gave him 5%. He was referring to the people of Eastern Nigeria. Excuse me, the Igbos. That's the president of the whole Nigeria now. And he said this at an international stage. He said it publicly, no regrets. So the people who are from the Tinubu's camp, the xenophobic Lagos Abobaku APC, they defended him. They say, hey, now, the Igbos don't know how to play politics. The Igbos are they are going to continue to suffer in Nigeria because they don't know how to play politics. I guess not knowing how to play that politics, they supported Jonathan, right? Instead of Buhari. Therefore, they will get nothing. Now, for 8 solid years, you would then think, when they say the poverty capital, Nigeria is poverty capital of the world, you will think the Igbos are number one, the poorest in Nigeria, because they didn't support APC, remember? Or Buhari. When they talk about the terrorist capital of the world, you will think the Boko Haram, the ISWAP, all of these people, they are actually domiciled in Eastern Nigeria. Do you understand? When they talk about economic Nigeria enter recession,
you will think, the Igbo region or the Biafra region, they are going to be the only place they have economic recession. The rest of Nigeria, yafu, they are baladoing. That's what you think. That, because the Igbos, so they didn't know how to play politics. So, Nigeria have nearly 50% unemployed people. Guess what? These 50%, they are from Igbo region. The rest of Nigeria are gainfully employed. Young people are employed. Schools are opened. Do you know? When they locked the school for 8 solid months, now only the Igbo schools then lock. The rest of Nigeria, they were going to school. That's what you think. But what they are saying, Shemeka tell you, is that because the APC, Egbekegbe, didn't win the eastern region of Nigeria, the politicians there, they won't have choice to pick which choice of appointment they want. Are you listening? The Igbo contractors, government contractors, they won't be able to choose government contract, federal government contract, that they can also shop money because the Igbos didn't vote for APC. All of them who are always filling the federal appointment with their children, when you are fighting to become pano firefighter, they want to employ Nigeria firefighter. They don't get truck for firefighting, but they are employing. We are going to employ 10,000 people into Nigeria firefighter pano, and you will see 2 million Nigerians unemployed applied. They will come, they climb fence, everything now. You know, they say they are looking for police recruits, people to join police. You will see graduate, everybody, they will be running, fighting, bribing to join police so that they can get something to do. Unemployed. We are looking for people to join civil defense. You will be seeing that. But when they say they are looking for people to join Central Bank of Nigeria, to join NNPC, to join waiting you get again, all this your top stuff. You won't even see it in the newspapers job announcement. Their children, the children of politicians, the children of government contractors, they will be the one to take the job. So they share them according to political slots. Are you with me? So the Igbo politicians, the Igbo elites, they want to ride on a free ride that they sold during Buhari time. The Igbos suffered under Buhari. No, Nigeria suffered under Buhari. And guess what? The poorest states in Nigeria are in northern Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria, where Buhari comes from. Is the poorest region, is the poorest state. The largest number of poor people in Nigeria, they are mostly in northern Nigeria, not in Igbo land. Now, that's a fact. This is not like, So what I'm trying to say to you is this. Tinubu don't rig. They don't kill people. They have attacked people. They have profiled people. The whole thing has cast a shadow of illegitimacy on Tinubu. Now, the Igbo politicians, royal fathers, elite, contractors, businessmen and women, they are now mounting pressure on Obi. Obi, don't let Igbo suffer so that Igbos can benefit from Tinubu's government. Ask them, waiting the northern Nigeria benefited from the Buhari's government other than poverty and terrorism? What? Tell me now, Abi. 8 years of Buhari. Buhari built the second Niger bridge. Second Niger bridge kill you there. Una don't drive on them now, Abi. But it's almost completed. But I thought you don't commission them. Eastern region, oil producing region of Nigeria. Abia producing oil. Imo producing oil. 2 oil producing states in Eastern Nigeria. Yet, 8 years of APC is because they are 5%. So don't let anybody boo-boo you with that, because their politicians are currently on a steroid. It's like, propaganda on a steroid. They are those who have not benefited. They are those who have become inconsequential. There are Igbos in APC. Then we start to Igbos stay APC. Lawyer. Every time they speak, they say, our life is in danger because we support APC. But what is their compensation? Wetin Obi won't take deny the Igbos who have dedicated their lives in APC. Now you will be saying you know be Igbo. You have said it freely. So there are some of you who have said it freely. Igbos don't know how to play politics. But what about the Igbos in APC? They no be human beings. The last time I asked, I said, the Igbos that are in APC, you have Igbo senator, you have Igbo APC governor, you have Igbo APC lawmaker, you have Igbo House of Assembly, you have Igbo everywhere who are APC members. They no be human beings. Like every time they leave all of them, like they no matter, and they are going after people where they say no show interest in them. How do you, with the Igbo, with the APC, how do you feel? I will continue to ask you that. So it's going to be an open mic. Maybe you wanna go tell me a lot tonight. So yeah, thank you very much. Olori Charity Oshunlajama. Thank you, ma. For that. I also got something from Opuene Charles. Opuene Charles, thank you. I got one again, I think earlier. All these are my super chats on on YouTube. I got from Emma Trillion. Thank you. Anyway, today, as much as a lot of you are very confident that something is going to happen, they will not swear, or they're not go swear for Kolu on May 29. The politicians don't think like that. It is all about their interest. And that is why they are now saying, if Obi continue to threaten Tinubu's government with court case, it will further make the interested Igbos who won't go do their own shop by shop. It will make it difficult for them. And that is not good. So you're going to begin to see Igbos and non-Igbos who are going to be talking more about, like, say they care for Igbos. Ask, what's happened to those where Buhari care for? The 97%. That 97% of Yoruba land is part of that, Southwest Nigeria. Sure, you know. And today, when you talk about the poverty ratio in Nigeria, Yorubas are falling deeper into poverty. Yes. The unemployment that we talk about every now and then, the Yorubas, sons and daughters who are graduates, educated, and the rest, jobless for years now. And the number continue to increase. A lot are actually, they prefer to japa these days. Sure you get. So we're supposed to be part of the 97%. But look at us today. We are now paying ransom to terrorists in Yoruba land. Yes. We are now we are now being chased away from our own land in Yoruba land, all because APC Egbekegbe will be part of the 97%. So I'm just saying this, but let's go to Abuja, where Kolu, prayed today in Abuja Mosque. So look at him. I don't big up. See him. Tinubu don't fat. Like, be all of you, they look, but somehow I can't look like, say, Buhari can't they look funny again. She can be like, say, but he look fresher and all that. So some of them are now saying that, wait for Kolu in another few months. It go fresher past Buhari, whatever. So look at them today in Abuja Mosque, where Buhari said the opposition in Nigeria, they lost because of overconfidence. They say all of una now overconfidence, kill una, the opposition, and then you didn't plan well, okay? But when you look at, when you look behind the two of them, you see Gbajabiamila, you see Gandola, so you know the character, yeah? Look at this one. See, you know, behind him, you see Gbajabia Miller. Then you see the other guy is the leader of the house, okay? That guy is the guy that killed 15 people because they won't vote for him during this last election. Remember the House of Rep member that got arrested? Leader of the house that got arrested for killing 15 people. He himself shot and killed 3 people. Voters, so civilian, in his own constituency. He was arrested. I mean, he was arrested for murder. Now, he is standing for trial for murder, but then declare him winner of election. Anyway, the same election that he killed 15 people for. Sure you get. So they declared him winner. And that is same with, you know, the president-elect and all that. So it's your turn to show them shaggy. And as politicians, as you know them, as some of them are winding down, others are trying to look for job. So Werewike is one of them. Sure you get. So it was at Bokwari's, it was at Tinubu's defense house where Tinubu had to stay for the next few weeks before he will now move into the villa when they swear for him on May 29 when they inaugurate him. So something that a lot of people believe that no, it's not going to happen. Hello, we are talking about Nigeria. So it's kind of funny when some of you are relying on the same Nigeria court, the same lawless Nigeria to stop the criminality perpetuated, which is like state-sponsored criminality. So I'm on your side though. But the truth is this. If you are counting on their court to stop him, anyway, I am not counting on that. Sure you get. So they are there with him today. Look at them.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Did you see Wiki doing like that? You know what I mean? Like, that is what he paid. I mean, that's what he signed up for. I told you since last year. The offer was Wiki needs immunity. Immunity from arrest, prosecution, for all his time as governor of Rivers State. And with the options that are available, Atiku go send down to jail even before inauguration day. Atiku, they go down draft in everything like Dino told him. So Atiku was a no-no. And to him, Obi didn't have what it takes to defeat the establishment in Nigeria. That's what he said though. So he signed a deal. They gave him, what do you want? I want immunity. Everything where I steal for Rivers State, everything where I do. Koda Shegbe, Your Excellency. Okay, granted. What did you do now? What did you do? You stole money. You kill people. You commit genocide. We can take care of that for you as long as you can give us 25%. 25% was what Wike promised them. Only for him to rig, saute, even the APC people no fit celebrate him. So that's him. Look at him there. Tony, like trying to be Mr. Hey, how are you? Mr. President. So after that, he spoke. Thank
you very much.
I came here to basically pay homage to the president-elect and to let him know that, elections are over. This is governance, and we will do our best, to give him support for good governance of Nigeria.
The elections have come and gone. The winner has emerged, and therefore it is necessary for all Nigerians to rally around to give him the necessary support for the interests of Nigeria. And everybody is expecting, everyone can't wait till May 29th to see that the president has been inaugurated, and then from there he kick the ground rolling to make sure that Nigerians get what they expect. I'm confident that he has what it takes to turn Nigeria around.
Because he's going to become a minister. Are you hearing me? From the fillers, they will give Werewike minister. If they announce ministers, they no announce Wike, I can promise you one thing, it will be on the run before the inauguration date that everybody is talking. So this is going to be part of the dramas that you should look out for. Here you get. From the fillers, they said that Gbajabiamila, between Gbajabiamila and Faleke. So Gbajabiamila will leave the House of Representatives and become the chief of staff. So Tinubu, which is going to be like the de facto president. Okay? So, and a few other people that they have been kind of mentioning, including El Rufaya, Kaduna Littlefinger. Kaduna Littlefinger is being purported, don't take my word for it too, it's been purported as well that he is either going to be your Minister of Defense or Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF. Don't take my word for it. So these are just names that are now popping out. Everybody is now going there to go and try and see what can they get, what will be their own, and all of that. While you are waiting on the tribunal, that for no reason, nobody even understand why they can't say when they want to start their case. It's part of the old drill. The last time, it took them 100, in 2019, it took them 179 days. No, sorry, 179 days to conclude the first stage, the tribunal court of appeal, to conclude that. Then it took them 226 days, 226. That's how long it took the Supreme Court to finally decide on the 2019 elections. Meanwhile, their law says they must conclude all election matters within 180 days. So that's part where they know that Colley will eventually have to get himself sworn in. So everybody's just like, yeah, let's go there and look for our own appointment. So the governors met, and after that, they went on to go and see Colley. And these are others too. Listen to them. Everybody should rally around the president-elect. Everybody should work together and make Nigeria great. Everybody will die during the old charade. They don't die. Those ones don't die with that. All the ones will be seen and lock up. The politicians told the police to lock up. Yeah, those ones are locked up until the next election. Anything will happen to you in Nigeria election, you are on your own. They don't fight for appointments now. And from fighting for appointment, that is how they are going to turn Tinubu's fight to their own fight. What does that mean? Now, that Obi is in court, Atiku is in court. It's not just a threat to Tinubu anymore. It is now going to be a threat to all these Alibaba and 40 thieves. Here you get. Everybody won't collect something, and they don't want to wake up tomorrow. And they will say, do you hear me? Obetiton. Say food don't finish, court don't talk, say Tinubu no win. So they are now going to turn it into their fight. And let me tell you something, Boromi Deleru. The people that they call the Boromi Deleru. People will be say they just hear about something and they will turn them to their own. The way they will fight, you go think at them, go get the fight in it. And in this case, that is what actually build the establishment. Those who are going to be doing the insider trading, you call them billionaires in Nigeria. They give themselves info and all of that about deals and all that. They commit all manner of financial criminality.
but they are part of the establishment that they can always get away with it under the radar. Are you with me? Pastors, imam, royal fathers, chief, and the rest of all those people you are likely going to have one or two respect for, they are part of the establishment, and they are those who are going to use everything within, every tool in the arsenal to shut down anybody who go stop them from shopping. I'm telling you. And it is so huge that according to them, it's like a ritual. They didn't see you, the obedient, coming. Because they didn't see you coming, they want you to do like others have been doing. Move on. So that's going to be their fight now. So all of you are going to be out there. We need our mandate back. You shouldn't think you are actually now fighting Kolu. You will be fighting the establishment beyond what some of you can indeed. So they are going to do a lot to wear you out until a lot of you will just be like, come on, I'm tired. Now, here is the other part of those governors who are with him. Listen to them. We have to come together and move on.
President-elect was magnanimous in expressing his thoughts in the Renewed Hope Manifesto. He told the world what he's promising. He had been on campaign trails across the country, and he has expatiated on that. So, President Asuaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has offered renewed hope for the nation, and I believe we will see more of it.
Some senators who were part of the meeting appealed to all Nigerians to give the incoming administration a chance.
We should pray, and we should cooperate with the government and wish the government well, so that the government, I know the government has very, very good intentions, fantastic intentions to uplift the lives of the people of this country, to bring unprecedented development.
I think the courts are in a position to decide, but I don't think it's a problem. Nigerians have a right to go to court, and the courts also have a right to, independence of the government.
The issue of the leadership of the 10th National Assembly again came to the fore.
The leadership of the party, working with Mr. President-elect, will direct as they think is to the best interest of not only the country, the government, and indeed our great party.
First of all, he's been zoned. It had to be zoned. When it's zoned, then you go from there. That's what happens. Once it's zoned, then look at who are you zoning it to. The person must be very loyal to the person that is in charge. He must know who he picks must be someone that's reliable to him.
The meeting, which lasted for a few hours, was attended by the Vice President-elect, Senator Kashim Shettima, and other APC stalwarts. Mystic.
You get that? That is how power works. Once they, because the whole thing is already planned and it's working according to the plan, and just like that, they will create, they will create events around him, they will create the horror around him and all of that. And before you know it, it will have the life of its own, and they'll begin to defend it with their lives. That Akpabiole, God's will. Some said that devil's will, which God's will, but his name is God's will Akpabiole. Now, God's will Akpabiole has been told today in today's news to report himself at the nearest police station by the Nigerian police for corruption, wanted. He's already on trial for 105 billion naira corruption when he was governor of Akwa Ibom State. So he's also a senator who didn't actually contest party primary, and he's the candidate of the party. Criminals. The other one, Andy Uba. Which one is Andy? Chris now the physical thug. Andy is the educated thug. Andy Uba, they are pretended to be Igbo chief there. Today, there's a news that said that Andy Uba has been detained by the police in Abuja, maybe after meeting the president-elect. Just criminals. Oji Uzo Kalu. They are now saying they want to zone the Senate presidency to Eastern Nigeria. So Oji Uzo Kalu and Devulumayi are being considered or more. But the problem now is that Obi taking Tinubu to court is making it difficult for an ex-convict to have a smooth sail in becoming the Senate president. But remember, the same Ojiuzo Kalu was the one who was promoting Robert Stamp Lawan, remember? And he was saying that the presidency should remain in northern Nigeria. The south is not ready. But as usual, it is called interest. So now they are all aligning, pulling all their heads together, and they are going to decide your future. Somebody said to Fiakwa, amen. But that's the status quo right now. And those are the people who are actually going to now start calling you enemies of Nigeria simply because they said you should go to court and you are in court. And now, I remember this.
When I hear people declaring for APC, saying that they want to continue the good job of Mr. President, the good job of people dying every day, the good job of Naira falling every day, I feel so ashamed that we have gotten to the level where sacrificing, people will come and say, look, I want to continue the good job of Buhari. What is the good job of Buhari? Of hunger is a good job. Of poverty is a good job. Of insecurity is a good job. Of the economy falling is a good job. It's such a shameful thing. I can't believe that somebody will come out in today's Nigeria and say, I want to continue where Mr. Buhari has stopped. May God forgive. May God never allow that people to continue to. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
Here you see what I'm trying to explain to you, that when they tell you that politics is not about, how do they say that thing? There's this horrible thing they say. Politics is, there's no permanent friend. There is no permanent enemy in politics. Only permanent interest. That is somebody who is a victim of bad governance, quoting, sounding intelligence. On his own, he wanted to sound intelligent. Mayegun, let me tell you something. A wise man once said, there is no permanent friend, there is no permanent enemy in politics, only permanent interest. I said, oh, but Leo Aristotle. And whose interest are we talking about here? Whose interest should be the interest of the people who claim to represent you? Whose interest? Shouldn't that be your own interest? Aristotle. These guys are interested in themselves. They have the same thing in common. They don't give a damn about you. But now you come here, come the quotes now. Permanent friend, no permanent enemy, no permanent nonsense. Now they are dancing together. You're going to look back and see them together. And some of you are actually going to, oh dear, I remember that APC time, 2015, man. Educated people were celebrating the names of people announced as ministers of Buhari. Non-thieves, so they just felt like, Fashola, super minister. This one, that's super dapper. That one, dapo dapper. Last. Naira. The only thing will remain for Naira to become so worthless, some of Nigerians, is when you begin to use them to clean your yansh. Where you'd have to carry a poly bag to go and buy a loaf of bread. Courtesy of these criminals. They won't lift 100 million people out of poverty. Then they give them 10,000 naira to start trade. Those ones collect the 10,000, enter Buka, chop, enter house, give their family something to chop the following morning. By the following evening, 10,000 don't finish. Pastor Ruga is announcing on TV they've shared 500 billion naira to lift 100 million people out of poverty in Nigeria. Instead of lifting 100 million out of poverty, Omo, nakana, then dig under their feet. They buried millions more inside poverty. Now you have multi-dimensional poverty in Nigeria. No thanks to these guys. So I have seen things. So when they now come around to say, Mayegun, let us be honest. Peter Obi, I say, you better just drop your disguise. People like us know say Nigeria no be one. Now where they lie to yourselves. Now they find energy to find one excuse to explain to us what is Nigeria. Stop stressing yourselves. A time is coming. You're not going to have to explain anything. You are just going to agree and say, we are not compatible. May everybody to go their separate ways. Hello. All this explanation of, you see, in the Igbos too, they don't know how to play. All of you now, we know how to play politics. Northern Nigeria, then turn them to graveyard, insecurity, poverty, unemployment. But they are building roads, they are constructing roads, they are constructing bridges, and people are gathering under them to beg for food. Shebi, you see? All of them sabi politics, so Igbos no sabi anything. You destroy their... See, let me tell you something. Even though it is a effort in futility for anybody to try to think somehow, the tide is just going to twist or change or something, I don't know. And then people will begin to act normal to themselves. Like, oh, no, it's not going to happen anymore. Nigeria have crossed the Rubicon. Sure you get. There are some lines where we say countries know they cross. Nigeria don't cross that. Far. It's like a journey of no return. So everything we are doing right now, including all of you who are like one Nigerianist, we are just buying time. Whether in our lifetime or whether when we are long gone and dead, this Nigeria is going to end. And the way I'm saying it, it's actually going to happen sooner. And somebody said that the Nigeria that will end is the one created by these criminals that they are so in love with that they want to keep at all cost. Okay, and that's why they are those who will go down. I said, okay, mokuna still the debate them, because the real core problem is that Nigeria is built on injustice. Nigeria is running on the blood of innocent seeking justice. They will never get it. So when politicians come together and they tell you that we are doing this because of our people, I ask, whose interest here do you think Buhari should be representing? The interest of all Nigerians, the interest of his own people, the Northerners, or the interest of his family and cronies? C. Answer is C. Buhari is there to cater for the interest and care and protect the interest of himself, his family, his friends, and his cronies. Everybody outside that circle, you can find your own level. And it's always like that. Because if you look, this is evidence now. If you look back, go and see, it's from Daura, Northern Nigeria, and the rest. So tell me, which bridge do you think, or how many bridges do you think the Igbos need to build? In your own book, or like you, all of now, where they talk about building bridges. And you, Julius Baja. Let's assume that the Igbos, probably it will take them forever. Because according to what I know, the Igbos will rather burn the only bridge that connect them to Nigeria, rather than build any more bridges. But they are politicians. There are some of you called leaders in your different political parties. How many bridges do you think they need to build? Okorocha, they speak Hausa. And it feels like he's part of the team. When Northerners, when they dress up as Northerners, Okorocha will dress like them. And he always feels so good and feels so well because he could speak Hausa and whatever. An Igbo man. He did well with them. They showed that they love him. Hang on. Their elite called him their friend. Remember? If you speak Hausa, speak anything. If they read Quran, Ya Allah. You remember that time? Me went to APC Congress They speak Quran, they read the verse from the Quran. Allah, Nsumo, Allah, weary, 0 vote. Is an Igbo man. Are you with me? So how many bridges do you think they need to build? Because only running, you are lying to yourselves. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, she was a minister of finance in Nigeria. Under her, Nigeria saved money. You know Okonjo-Iweala now? Okonjo-Iweala, under her, Nigeria received debt forgiveness. Then cancel Nigeria debt to 0. Okonjo-Iweala ran into trouble the moment she said Nigeria must save money. They kidnapped her mama. They sent her threats. Despite the fact that she's a federal minister, Okonjo-Iweala started receiving almost presidential security minister because the system came for her, and most sadly, they feel like she's Igbo. This Igbo, she's the most powerful woman. Diezani, listen, Madikwe, she was considered as Igbo, the greatest thief in Nigeria history. According to APC, Egbekegbe, she stole $90 billion. Hi. You remember Diezani now? Look at that Diezani. A lot of you said a lot of things about them, but I started asking questions. I remember the day Buhari as president-elect in Nigeria, Diezani was still Minister of Petroleum in Nigeria. Diezani and Buhari, they left Nigeria the same day. Diezani no returned to Nigeria since that time. This was 8 years ago. I remember vividly. A month before inauguration like this, Buhari came to London. And they said Diezani and him were in the same flight. So I then said, do you know that for 8 years where Buhari did here, Malamu as your minister of what? Attorney General and Justice or whatever. No be for once, Nigeria no right UK that UK we want to extradite Diezani because of the money she stole. Not for once. But in Nigeria, their media, hey, Diezani must be re-extradited. Nigeria is working with the UK to bring Diezani back. Diezani this and that. Sahara reporter, Showore, he ran like millions of headlines on this. To the point that Omokore, those ones who are around Diezani, Nigeria, they take their properties. Some other countries are taking their properties in America, everywhere. But Diezani, she did UK, nobody. Then they take Diezani property. Diezani did UK because UK, Nigeria didn't ask for her. It's not that they asked for her and she's fighting it in court. Diezani no go one single court for 8 years. Because now they did. But anyway, the whole attack and the rest. Because she was, she's seen as Igbo. So when Okonjo-Iweala, when Buhari came in, there were some of these influencers on social media. You know what they did? They started writing petition to Okonjo-Iweala's employer, the World Bank. They started writing letters to Okonjo-Iweala's different organization that she belonged to, that they must sack her. She is a friend of a murderer, Jonathan. She is a friend of the looter, criminals in Nigeria. She must be fired. She must be this. No joke. After they won, after they declared them winner, they chase her everywhere. Baba, the moment Peter Obi saying he won't be president, all of the Igbos that they have attacked in the past, they started comparing them with Obi. This Obi is, this one is somebody came here to call him a scammer. Saakinola. And somebody said, you should have corrected him. I said, okay, all of you heard him. Sometimes you let them say what is in their mind and you pick it on them and possibly you kind of get to know how to deal with people like that. That's what I do. I just, what Yoruba call mowafoniwa. But it is not true. But that's how people express themselves. They will tell you. I prefer Okonjo Iweala. If it is Okonjo Iweala now, a lot of people will follow him. If it is Okorocha now, he's an Igbo man. He is known everywhere. Okorocha can be accepted. If it is this one now, except Obi, the ones where we say they no get any weight anywhere. The Igbos don't know how to play politics. The Igbos can never be anything in Nigeria. That is somebody who is living in the poverty basket, the poverty bracket created by the lunatic he's defending. But stats shows that those who have suffered more under Buhari, under APC, they are actually those who gave APC everything. Oh yeah, tell me I'm lying. The people who have suffered most. You did a lot. Those who didn't vote for them or supported them and they openly said, no, we don't want him, we know them, this is who they are and all that, they were not expecting anything. So they were not disappointed. The only people who are disappointed are the criminal politicians from Igbo land that believe that this particular stand is not going to help anybody. But guess what? It is just themselves they are fighting for. So yeah, if anybody tells you that the Igbos need to this or that before they can enjoy the government in their country, especially Igbos as they are trying to push it, because it's only Igbos. So, the truth of the matter is that it is just a distraction. They don't get any plan for any of you. Sure you get. And it's kind of better, this is me, it's kind of better not to expect anything. When you know that, well, we are not expecting anything from you, and then you give to them, they will say, oh, well, we are not expecting it. Than for you to expect, only to end up so disappointed. So that's why I'm going to keep my line open. If anybody is saying that to you, I just thought, that was going on in my head like, wait, some people are writing so much, trying to sound like they are intelligent. The Igbos don't know how to play politics. That's why they did not vote for Buhari. Look at them today. They did not get anything. And you are proud of that. In one Nigeria, supposed one Nigeria, resources that the same money that Igbo's money, the Igbo's oil, that is part of the one that they are sharing to you in Zamfara, in Sokoto that is bankrupted now. Sokoto is bankrupt now. And so many other northern states. The money from Igbo land, whether they share for them, for you, to you, or every now and then, ask yourselves, 8 years of APC, Egbekegbe, are you better off? So what is the essence of one Nigeria, one Nigeria? Because it's a lie, Anyway, I think I've had fun. I am going to open the line so we can have our open mic convo. You can call in and chip in and put yours in, and then we start counting the days. It is going to be interesting. So I expect their tribunal to open between the 12th and the 19th of May. Something tells me, well, no, I read it somewhere, but it's just that they haven't made it so public. So that is why it is unconfirmed. So it's going to likely happen between the 12th and 19th of May. So, and now we'll be here with all of the drama, headline, and the rest of all those things that will be popping up. Mayegun will be here first time. Hello?
Hello, Mayegun.
Hello, sir. Alpha.
The General. This is CA from Atlanta.
Say that again, sir.
CA from Atlanta.
TA from Atlanta, you mean?
CA. Yeah, from Atlanta, yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Yeah. It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while.
Thank you for all you...
Like grasp it that, when was the last time I saw you or heard from you? Was it in the comment section?
It's been a while.
Like CEO or
it's been
CEO.
a while.
It's been a while.
So
you are part of it tonight, and here you are. Everybody can hear you, sir, please.
Yeah, again, fantastic. You're on fire. The day last week, you were flowing like as a migrant on drugs, man, on steroids. I wanted to call. I tried and call, but I know there's a lot of callers. But today, you just said it. The same thing we've been saying. I mean, they don't know how to play politics. This, that, blah, blah. Now, Obi came out. and people followed him. So what do you want them to do?
I don't know.
Look at the criminals coming out. Okorocha. I'm from the east. I'm from Imo. Okorocha. Uzo, Dika. Look at the criminals coming out. These are criminals. And some people that are talking about building bridges, blah blah blah. You are spoiling the chance of the Igbos. I don't know when people are going to learn. I don't know when they're going to learn. This Northerners keep using them, promising them, don't worry, you're going to be president. They promise like 5 of them. They promise, who is that guy, Bonyema? What's his name? They promise Rochas. They promise this. They promise that. They promise all of them at the same time. And they can never learn. They keep using them every time. I don't know, Mayego. Just keep on doing your work. I mean, you'll be fantastic. And just say the truth. The truth, I mean, I don't mind. Even if you talk against the Igbos, I don't care. Once it's the truth, I don't care where you come from. Just say the truth. Yeah, just say it.
Thank you
so much. Don't. Some people are so partisan when you say something. Say, you're bad. You're business Igbos. No, we have to say the truth.
That's right.
Thank you, Mayego.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That's CA from Atlanta. I have another caller on the line as well. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Mayego.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. This is Don Gada.
Don Gada. How you doing, Baba?
I'm very fine. And you?
I'm well. I'm fine. I'm here.
I want to say thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight, because as always, it's always difficult to get you online. First of all, I want to touch on the issue of. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So I want to touch on the issue of Wike. Wike is actually sometimes I wonder if our politicians, let me say that we are not learning, because they say that we don't support the ruling party to get what is supposed to be our right.
Right.
But what of our politicians who are in the system? Somebody like Wike, there is something that Dino Milai reviewed last time he was interviewed by Channel TV. He said that Wike was the person that removed his brother, former chairman of the party. So just so that they can be able to give him the ticket to become the president of Nigeria.
Uche Secondus, I think, yeah.
Uche Secondus, yes. Just so they can be able to give him ticket to become the president of Nigeria, because you want to override the advantage. You want to take advantage of that rumor that the APC will give Igbos the president, and he wants to take advantage of that. But they still play him the game, and Nigerians and the politicians, they refuse to learn. I mean, I look at everything, the way the whole things are going. I see our youth fighting, the people saying that Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that. There is no relevant politician in Igbo land today. If you check who are playing the politics the normal way, it is Igbos. I can tell you that there is no relevant politician in Igbo land today, because they know they are all criminals, apart from this P2B that rose up today to fight for the right of the people. You understand? But I'm so happy that you come up every day to enlighten us, most especially the youth. That is why I gave you this advice the last time I called, that you should start editing your program, to share it so that the people who are in Nigeria, the youth who are in Nigeria, can also watch and learn from those important these things. You understand? Because I can't see how else they want us to educate them. Everything is playing like video, and all of us are seeing it. The betraying, the killing, everything, and yet they still support.
Gaslighting, the setup, the profiling, they are real. And people need to know these things, right? They need to know all these things. People are trying to make them look like they don't matter, or they are always acting like they are victims, or they are always crying, or they are always complaining. But are all these things real or not? Yes, they are real. So what do you want them to do? Pretend that they are strong. Come on.
You know one thing, Mr. Mayogun, like you say, that Nigeria, it won't take time. The separation won't take time to come. It will happen. It won't take up to 8 years of Tinubu. Because let me tell you this, no matter how we try to believe it or see it, Northerners are not going to take the same mess they take from Buhari, from Tinubu. It is not going to happen. They cannot bear it. They cannot bear the sufferness, the killing and all that they bear from Buhari. It is not going to happen. So it won't take time for others to join that team of breakup. So it will definitely happen soon or sooner. You understand?
Thank you so much,
I just want to thank you for your education, your contribution.
Thanks
to
so
the
much.
You understand? I want to say that you should keep it up.
I will.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity
turning
to
up
speak.
every night. Because if you are not turning up,
Hello?
Hello there.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello, this is Ife calling from Kenya. I'm very happy.
Sorry.
Ife. E and F. Yes, calling from Kenya.
Lovely, Baba. How you doing?
This is the first time I'm calling you on your live show, because that's your live show is what I watch every evening. That's my dinner. That's my dinner every day.
And
so
I'm
for
glad to
me,
speak to you too. Yes, go on, please.
I'm glad. I'm very happy. For me, do you know there's a parable that I normally say. There's a way you push people to, and you refuse them from some kind of certain things. Even me, I'm an Orobo man, but I'm not being treated like the way an Igbo man is treated. It's very painful. In a country, you just see a particular people just being labeled just for nothing, not because of even the generation. They don't even know what they have done. Just because they need, everybody needs good governance. You just label them. They are the problem of Nigeria. I can say this is. I believe there's a revolution coming, because nobody can take mostly this election that just passed. Everybody is fed up of it. There's a revolution, a big revolution coming, even from the northern part of Nigeria. I believe the revolution is coming from there. You will see the tsunami is coming from there. The arrangement APC, they are trying to suppress the people's will. I don't believe it will not work. And if they push the Igbos to the bricks of the war, you see another civil war may break out in Nigeria. That's what I believe. Because every day I sleep, it pains me to see these people in the verge of all the time. You are always blaming them for nothing. And they are the bedrock of Nigeria. They are the solid rock of Nigeria. The Igbos are everywhere in the world. The Igbos are one of the people who are building Nigeria from scratch. Let's be realistic. Let's not be biased. It is true.
A majority of them are not even interested in politics. But the politicians are now kind of having to bracket everybody together and then, make the same thing on them. Sad.
Let's see. I'm an Orobo man. Maybe you're a Yoruba man.
Yes.
Let's be truthful. These people have done nothing. Right from 1960 something, they're just asking for the equal right, the equal share of the same country they built together with. It's not fair. It bleeds our hearts seeing our Igbo brothers. Anything you say is an Igbo man. A Yoruba, I stayed with a Yoruba man here. There was a day we were arguing politics. The first word he said, this is an Igbo man. That's why Obi, I won't support Obi. Then we are all supporters of Obi. He said, just because of this same thing that is an Igbo man, I can't just support him, but he's good. You can imagine. It's a typical. I say, come. Are you? If they are selling their pure water for an Igbo man 20 naira, are they selling for you for 5 naira?
That's the point. Like, it's not that everybody is living in a different Nigeria because they are they are Igbo or they are Yoruba or they are Hausa or they are Christians or they are Muslim.
We are this Muslims.
Everybody's living in the same place, but
the same thing. It breaks my heart. Like, some youth. This is a youth. This is a guy of like just 30 something.
Right.
He's telling me that he cannot. Don't you believe on? Even if we are saying we want to everybody wants to break out of Nigeria, but at least there's a way of doing it. At least let's see. Look, if the circle can still hold us. He said no. He said he cannot support. What has this man done to you as an Igbo man? He said no, because Igbo are the problem of Nigeria. For you can see. He said Igbos are the problem of Nigeria. What have these people done? If you go to come to the economic building, Igbo people are the best.
Exactly.
They are the best. An Igbo, a normal Igbo man can be selling rice, and you will be selling other goods. Before like 6 or 7 years, that man is gone. So what are the problems?
Ife.
Please, Mayego, thank you. This is the first time I'm talking. Thank you
too for actually taking time to to be part of this tonight. Thank you so much. Ife.
I'm always there. I'm over on the comment section. I'm always there. Thank you.
You have a good one. Okay. Let me take another one. Hello there.
Yeah, Mayego.
Yes, sir.
You are a fantastic. You know, I like talking to you. You are a fantastic guy.
You know, I do love talking to you too. How you doing, sir?
All right. Exactly, no problem. We're going to make things very simple. Right? You know, what happened, things are wonderful. The politics of Nigeria now is becoming odious. For those people, it wasn't odious to them before. Everything that is happening in Nigerian politics today is becoming odious. Even a layman that doesn't know Nigerian politics now begin to understand what Nigerian politics is all about. And the obedience exposed Nigerian politics.
They did.
The problem of Nigeria is not Igbos. Everybody knows that. You know it, I know it.
Yes.
But there is a place I blame the Igbos. If I'm an Igbo man, the only time I blame the Igbos is Azikiwe. And the reason I blame Azikiwe, if Azikiwe have listened to Awolowo, we will not be in this shit today. But that just by the way. He wanted one Nigeria. Where has one Nigeria led to us? Absolutely nothing. If he had listened to Awolowo at that time, without his own selfish interest, because he wanted to oversee the whole Nigeria, we will be in a different place today. That consequences we have been suffering it up till now. The problem of Nigeria is not Igbos. The problem of Nigeria is not Yoruba. Yoruba is just being used recently by Hausa. The problem of Nigeria is the Fulani elite. And the problem of the Fulani elite about Nigeria is the resources. If that resources, the resources that is in the eastern part of southern part of Nigeria or eastern part of Nigeria, if that resources is not there today, Hausa will never vie for power. They will leave Nigeria a long time ago. We know the truth. Let everybody be honest.
So one Nigeria, it is actually the resources. The resources is one Nigeria. Abi,
a normal propaganda.
Can you hear me?
Igbo man is not the problem.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking, I wanted you to emphasize on that statement that if all of us want to be honest, the one Nigeria that everybody is shouting is actually the resources. So if the resources is not there, the one Nigeria is actually not real. You mean?
Absolutely. That would be no one Nigeria. Let's be kind. Let's assume now that Nigeria was a very poor country, that all we have to do is to manage with agriculture or our human resources. Yeah?
Yep.
After a while, Hausa will go. And I begin to tell you now, I begin to worry. If you don't understand how Fulani explain their politics, if they start to discover, if they discover a very amount of big natural resources in the northern region, and they see that these resources are very viable and can contain them, they will pull out.
Right.
They will pull out voluntarily. All right? And they've planted this thing for a long time. Forget British have said they use the military because the only reason other parts of Nigeria is being controlled is absolutely because the Fulanis control the military, they control the Navy, they control the Air Force, They control the police. They control all the whole security apparatus.
They do.
And there's no way any man that controls the whole security apparatus. How are you going to fight the man?
No, you control the country if you have the gun.
You control the country eventually. So whatever it is, all these Igbo politicians that is coming or culture them.
Yeah, those
they are in
APC.
Yeah, they in APC. They are like, when a man is chasing a woman that doesn't love him, he's chasing a shadow.
Chasing a shadow.
When you're chasing a woman that doesn't love you, you're wasting your time. Love is voluntary. Love is voluntary. It's something that comes inside. The Fulanis are not ready to do any business with Igbo come tomorrow. And it's not going to happen. I don't know why they are deluded. If they're fighting for their pocket, fine. Free your pocket. This is Nigeria. What we are doing in Nigeria is sharing the resources.
That is right. Turn by turn, Nigeria Limited.
Yeah, exactly. Nigeria Limited. The president has exposed Nigerian politics. He has been exposed that Igbos, a white Yoruba man will know that, come man, Igbos are not the problem. And a wise man from the Middle Belt, from Cross River, from River State, we know Igbos are not the problem. The problem we have here are the Fulanis who want to control your resources, and they're not going to leave their resources until because. I tell you now, if you go to, I'm not trying to, I don't play tribal politics, but this is a fact, and we have to be honest.
Right.
The more we speak and we'll be honest, the more things will go further. If you go to the northern region, can you see anybody with first degree, bachelor's or BSc or BA or B or BSc that is unemployed? It's not going to happen. The quota system will put them in a place automatically as soon as you're born and you're able to, from the north, or you're able to attend at least up to A level. Your lifestyle is guaranteed. Except you have to be absolutely stupid not to make it.
I know.
How many Yorubas know that they're unemployed? Igbos are unemployed. Are they fools? Can they listen? What is happening in Nigeria? What is happening in Nigeria? It's just too obvious.
Right.
It's just too obvious.
Let me take another call, just like we do. Thank you so much. As usual.
How many Hausa people see that is doing any more to go and clean houses?
Yeah.
How many people you see that is going to clean houses or cleaning a white man's house? None. How many people that you see doing care job?
No.
How many see them in America doing a care job? That tells you that this thing has been planted, and there's no other way. If this is it, it has come to obedience have exposed. Obedience movement is not about P2B. P2B was at the right time. It's all about timing, and it exposed all the whole hidden agenda that has been going on. And it's like something organic, something that explodes out of nothing.
They never expected it.
And
anyway, thank you so much, right? Let me take another call as usual, right? I hear from others too.
I like to talk to you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, people should listen.
Yes.
Our audience. Take it, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a good one. So I have another call on the line. We just have to do them short as well. Okay. So hello there.
Hello, Mayogo.
Hello, sir.
Hello, can you hear me? Yes, God bless you.
Amen.
You are full of wisdom, even with your young age. I need to tell you this.
Thank you, sir.
God will give you long life,
Amen.
prosperity,
Amen.
good health of mind and body.
Amen.
Favor, mercy will continue to follow you and your family.
Amen. Thank
now,
you.
Mayogo.
Yes,
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what baffles me?
Tell us.
After the election, 25th, right?
Mm-hmm.
P2B said he's going to challenge some results in some states based on what happened because of the rigging.
That's right.
And APC as well said they're going to challenge some results in the East and South.
That's right.
You know?
Yes, sir.
So a friend of mine I don't know if I'll be able to mention his name.
No,
let me just leave that there.
My friend.
No, a friend of mine. Yeah, we're very close. He's a counsel to APC in this election.
Right.
So when we are talking, just on the phone, I asked him, I thought APC said they're going to challenge the result in this. You know what he told me?
What did he say?
He said a governor told them they shouldn't challenge the result in the east or in the south. That if they do that, they will find out some loopholes that those results given to APC was not the actual result. That they didn't even get up to that figure. Because I was shocked. So what does that tell you? We want Nigeria to grow. You understand? We should stop all these things we're doing. You understand? Just like what I told you the other time, wasting resources. Remember what I said to you?
Yes,
you see, when you see a true Muslim, you understand? They don't joke with drugs. Christians can still be kind of, they can still, play with people that say drugs. But a true Muslim.
Because, Christians will tell you that if you're a sinner, once you drop it, you are forgiven. So they can welcome you. But I wonder when Muslims or clerics began to defend. I will let you finish, sir, please.
You know why? If that's why I mentioned Okuno. You understand? I know her very, very well, Latifat Okuno. She's Alhaja Okuno. Before she could start making those kind of statements, she must have done her findings. She's still, she's a woman of integrity. You understand?
Right.
So she's a Muslim. So where she's coming from, we should always give her that respect. And that's what baffles me. You see people, they will see the reality, they will see the truth, and they will still be shying away from it. You understand? As I said to you, if P2B has anything I know that is not right, I will be the first to blow it open. What we want is good governance. A place that all of us will come and stay. You'll be free with the place you are.
Safe and prosperous.
That's just the truth.
That's right. And sir, do you know what people usually ask? They say, is that too much to ask from the people who want to give you everything as your leaders? Is that too much to ask for a better life, safe community, good education, affordable healthcare, and then enjoy employment for the young people, productive, populace? Is that too much to ask for?
It's not too much. And this thing we're saying is going to consume everybody. We fail to speak. If we don't do the right thing now, if you think that, okay, you are in diaspora, you are this and that, forget it. It's going to bounce back somehow, somewhere.
Sir,
so what we need to do now...
Somewhere, sir. You know something, sir, yeah? If anybody is living abroad, that you are living abroad, doesn't spare us from the agony of Nigeria. Our family member, right? Our family member could get involved in something that they need medical care. Even with our money, they won't have access to it. And we know how that can hit some people outside Nigeria where you can't be there to help them. Now, we can sit down here abroad and our family members who are also making their living in Nigeria, they may enter and then we say, it's one of those kidnapped in Benue. You'll be like, what is he doing in Benue? Now they say we should bring 50 million. Now, that's you living your life abroad, jejely. And from nowhere, the phone will ring. You need to go and look for 50 million for ransom payment. All this can happen to any of us. And if we go back to Nigeria, now that you are actually visiting, you'll be American, you'll be British, you are visiting. Everything you have been hearing about Nigeria can happen to you right there in Nigeria. And it's not a good thing, when it gets to you and you're like, wow, this is happening to me. And you have nowhere to turn, no one to turn to. That's the situation in Nigeria. So don't say you are outside or you are safe. Nobody is safe. Nobody.
That's it. That's what I keep on telling people. We need to change our orientation. We need to start thinking very well. We should not be biased. You understand? When you say that this person is a good product, like I said to you, we have some leaders in the East. We have people like Okorocha. I used to admire Okorocha before.
Me too.
Until when he was given the power, when he became a governor of a state, the way he squandered the money of that state.
And he became the statue molder. Different statues. joke.
It's value now. What is value now?
Okorocha that used to build schools,
Yes.
free schools for poor children. Remember?
Those guys are
It was
they're
like
poor
free
nice now.
schools.
That's what I'm
Free
saying.
school, yeah. Now he's now molding status. Well, this well,
Status. Do you know how much it costs? So we should. That's why I admire your program, and I keep on praying that the good Lord will continue to bless you.
Amen,
We continue to keep you strong, you and your family, because it's not easy. It's not easy. So I say thank you again. Let me allow that people to talk.
That's great.
All right. All the
Thank
best.
you so much for that. And I
All
will
right.
take another one again. We have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Maigo Moba.
Kabezio.
Osagede ló ń bẹ sọ̀rọ̀.
Oh yeah, Osagede.
Ọlọ́mà tọ́jú gbogbo. Ọlọ́mà tọ́jú followers ẹ̀.
Àṣẹ gbogbo àtìlé àtìlé àtòdé wa. Ọlọ́mà tọ́jú gbogbo. Osagede.
It's a good day to have somebody like you.
Thank you, sir.
But I will not say much. What we have been saying is only God that can give the solution. Why do I say that?
Please, tell us.
If you don't belong to a system, you wouldn't know what is happening in that system. No matter what, except if God give you the grace. That is why I respect you. I respect your knowledge.
Thank you, sir.
It's not by your own power. People are targeting you, but God Almighty will not give them the opportunity.
Amen. No.
You are making a sacrifice. Nigeria is hard.
That's right.
However, those whom we appreciate, we call them heroes. At the end of the day, when they belong to this system, they change.
That's right.
How do you reconcile that?
Disappointing, we say.
How is a country, Nigeria, as big as Nigeria is? We have allies.
A lot of them.
We have graduates. We have people who have integrity, who are unable to solve the problem. The problem started before you were born.
That's right.
You took it upon yourself. Whatever happens, I want to make sacrifice. What I will tell you today, go and write it down.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have the power, there's nothing you can do. Igbo is not the problem. Yoruba is not the problem.
No.
Outside is not the problem. But the problem is interwoven. Buhari is nobody. Buhari is an opportunist.
An opportunist.
Yes. He's the president of the country, but we have some people controlling Buhari. He can't say nothing to them. They will bring him down. Just like, what do they call it? Koluko, what do you call it? Bola Tinubu.
Tinubu.
Bola Tinubu happened to be an activist. When the problem was at the high level, when we had military.
That's right.
At that particular time, nobody can say he didn't like Bola Tinubu.
In the time of the Deco.
Yes. This president you are talking of, Bola Tinubu has been planning it over a decade.
Like life ambition.
Life ambition. Bola Tinubu is a rasta. Bola Tinubu is like Joe right now. Bola Tinubu is like you. Long. Nobody who doesn't have a shortcut. I support Obi. But Obi himself was part of them. Can Obi rule alone?
No, he can't.
Let me tell you one today.
Yes, sir.
What can solve the problem is revolution.
Sure,
where everybody is ready to die. Long. I can't deceive you.
You won't be the first person to
no
say it. A lot of people are already saying it.
I'm telling you, people will die. Even myself can die. Yes, we're all victims. Buro, I will not tell you lies.
Yes, sir.
The problem happening to Nigeria is philosophical problem.
Another angle.
It's philosophical problem. Not what you can see in ordinarily.
That's spiritual.
It became life. You are in abroad, you know how many people you help in Nigeria. You know how much you cover.
And I think that is actually like general. A lot of us.
Telling you. And it doesn't
do
stop. Everybody in abroad do that.
That's true.
Except you have lost home. I can't deceive you. No dialogue. No amount of English. No amount of contribution.
Revolution straight.
It's revolution, like what America did, like what Russia did. Without revolution, there is no solution.
Without revolution, there is no solution. That is the buzzword, sir.
Kangaroo pattern.
What on Mabunia?
They won't give it to Obi.
Baba?
Because the power, they have the power.
Quickly, Baba.
I came to America 2009. 2009.
Yes, sir.
Listen to me.
Louder.
My followers, Mayegun, listen to me. If I lie, make sure you ask questions.
Great, sir.
When I came to America, 2009.
Yes, sir.
I went for my master's, administration of justice and security.
Amazing.
Administration. The first job I got was correction.
Like a correctional officer. Prison.
Kentucky.
Prison, yes, sir.
I had part of that. I do everything. When it comes to shooting, handing of gun.
Right.
Yes,
sir.
I want you to listen carefully. I want other people, with respect to followers of Mayegun, before you can fight, you must have the instrument.
That's true.
They have spoiled Nigeria right from the time of Awolowo War. Why the problem is that the problem at that time is because of the population was so big, very small. I'm telling you the truth. When I came, I went for my master's. The first job I got was correction. I did the exam. I passed. Interview, everything. When it comes to practical,
right.
I'm nowhere to be found. Why do I say that? Americans, they had revolution. America had revolution.
Right.
Small boy in America can handle a gun.
That's true.
Practically, if you want to become a correction officer, you must know how to shoot gun.
That is true as well, sir. So what happened? They carry AK-47 abi RPG, sir. What happened? What did they give you? Which kind of weapon? Yes, sir.
If I know what you mean, like any problem in Nigeria.
How? The kind of gun they gave you, I'm interested
when
in
it comes to my turn, when they give me the gun, when I was giving the gun, brother,
yes, sir.
I was 30.
You are fretting like you couldn't hold it. Is it heavy?
I was shaking. I was afraid.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not heavy.
Okay.
They gave me pistol. They gave me different guns. But in Nigeria, a sight of gun is fear to every individual except if you have a policeman.
Right. Like you have phobia for gun.
Or soldier.
I get you.
They are exposed to it. It's nothing to them. They have success. No fear.
So that's the moment you realize that.
In America doesn't have gun.
Sir, is that the moment you realize that this is never going to be your career?
Yes.
You change
apart
career.
from that, apart from that.
Yes, sir.
What I'm telling you now, my wife always listens to you. My wife was the one who introduced me to your program. She's listening now.
Say me well to her when she wakes up, sir, please.
Listen. I'm telling you my own personal experience. We are not exposed. Somebody like you live your life.
Yes.
You as you are talking, the way I look at you, I've never seen you before. You don't fear gun. You don't fear anybody.
Because I used to live in Odogbolu, so I've seen guns.
How many people have that courage?
Yeah, I mean, I've followed a lot there. I don't follow Hunter before. I've followed them, where is it?
So how many people have that courage? It's just 1%.
Not many. I haven't shot a gun before, sir.
Okay.
Even upon that,
let me leave that.
Yes,
let
sir.
me leave that.
Anyway, sir, let me take another call because you and I can spend all night. Sir, you and I can spend all night. Osagede, let me take another call.
Listen. I want to give you another example.
I think we should do that one next time.
I want people to listen to me.
Okay. Quick one, sir. Quick one, because of our time.
Igbo. You know. Let me cut it short.
Oh yeah. Quickly, sir.
From there, I got internal promotion.
Okay.
To become a family support specialist. I have a good office. I have everything.
No gun. This
when
time.
it comes to computer literacy, we'll fumble with my image.
Bless you.
You saw this first purpose. They're very smart. Oh man. French English, practical experience.
That's right. Hands-on experience. Osagede. Oh yeah.
Revolution. To everybody.
I know. Osagede, you wait them carry gun give. Osagede, you wait them carry gun give. When you change career, ma take another call. Osagede, because if that's not me and you go just sleep here tonight. Mo take another one. Osagede, they talk say, I'm a but at the same time, Baba change career when his career progression got to how to use gun. I love that guy. Seriously. Hello there, Osita.
Yes, my brother.
One name.
Kudos and more grace to your elbow.
Thank you.
May God continue to increase you in wisdom.
Amen to that. Amen.
Upon the prayer.
Thanks so much, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very much. Please.
Yeah. Very quickly, I want to talk about the guy that was saying something about Nnamdi Azikiwe.
Right.
Chief Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, I don't know much about it, but everything we read is our reading about everybody that co-founded Nigeria. If you go and read very well, the reason the man requested that let us have that independence was because we started our journey of independence before Ghana. They got their independence before Nigeria. Nigeria was meant to have their independence in 1957. When we didn't get it because of the issue of this amalgamation, the man said, if this is going to cost us this independence, let us have this independence. And after the independence, we can have a discussion. There was a discussion.
that everybody has to, the regions have to govern themselves. That was the discussion. He was not the one that broke that discussion. So I want people to understand this before you come to TV and just say that, oh, it was him that. No. Stop misleading people. This generation where we are right now, it's a generation that we can only thrive in saying the truth, and because they say truth to power.
That's right.
We are not stating facts here. So who don't understand it should understand it better right now, because what that guy said is misleading. It is simple as ABC. In life, there's two kinds of politicians. There are sectional or regional politicians, and there is one that is Pan-Africanist. The Pan-Africanist, even today in Ghana, if you do not know the history very well, they will tell you that Kwame Nkrumah is a bad man. But because he was a Pan-Africanist. So let's not go there, because those issues are not the issues of today. Whatever those men have done in their own time, they've done it. It is left for us. If we keep looking at what they have done before, you are never going to move forward.
Prisoners of history is there, yeah. So we should never be prisoners of history. We should learn from history
We should not be
and never repeat the mistake again. That's what we should know.
Yes. Well, that's what we should know. Now, I am done with that. But
sure,
it
is a little digression. So let's go into the real conversation today. They said all of you need to build bridges. So I am now saying how many? Maybe if they can tell all of you, the Igbos, how many bridges you actually need to build, then you can give it a time to deliver them, and you can be equal Nigerians. Osita.
Now, I'm a typical Igbo man, born and bred in Lagos. Had little of my life in Ibadan. Even I remembered when I was born, Iyagba, they call the woman, the Egba woman that owns the particular place where I was born.
Where you were delivered.
What the woman, my dad, my mom told me that the woman called me Olufemi.
Olufemi.
Yes. So
that God loves
that me. Was my Yoruba name. My kid sister is Bolanle. So I was born in a family of 9, and it was just me and my kid sister was born in Lagos. No, what I'm trying to say right now is, it is only a dead man that you pity. I want people to listen very well. You don't pity the one that is alive. All these things that we look at it, they say the Igbos, like you rightly said. Nobody is buying bread cheaper than any other place, irrespective of where you come from in Nigeria.
No.
They only use, like you said, they use the Igbos as gaslighting, but they are perpetrating all their evils all across Nigeria.
Everybody's collecting.
Everybody's collecting. If we keep thinking that, oh, it is the Igbos that they are changing, I am telling you, my brother, in America here where I live, there are some states that are yet to produce the president of the United States. And they are not hungry about it until they can find somebody who can do it for them. You might even come from New York, example, Donald Trump, and you will never win the election in New York, and yet you become the president of United States of America, which Donald Trump illustrated. What do we care for? We don't care for whosoever is the president if Nigeria is one. If Nigeria is a country. What we care for is that you have the right person in the right place to govern the people. The right person in the right place in the appointed time to govern the people, to lead them to the promised land. That is what we are asking for.
And that is not too much to
ask. It's not too much to ask.
No.
But now that question that we've been asking all this while is not materializing.
No.
The only thing that would have given us that this thing, let me go back again to my first statement, was regionalism in governance. But they brought that regionalism wherever he is, General Muritala Muhammad or whatever he calls himself, God will judge him. Wherever he sees, yes, wherever he sees that they brought they said, oh, let us govern ourselves so that we can grow at our own pace. But they destroyed it.
They did.
For the fact that they destroyed it, and they never want to come back to that discussion anymore. It is better we all just go. We all leave. We all leave. We go our separate ways. Then if in future they want to come back, then we can redress whatever we have as an issue.
And then come back. That's
so
not going to be a biggie.
then come back. So this thing that we are talking about, believe me, it is not all about where you come from. They only use the Igbo people as an excuse. The way you have bad politicians in the north, that's the way you have bad politicians in the east, in the south, everywhere.
And they have names.
So they are
in fact, they are known very well.
They are known very well. So if we know what we are talking about, that who is our enemy? The enemy is not the north. The enemy is not the Igbo. The enemy is not the Yoruba. Yeah. The enemy is not anybody. But the enemy is the criminal establishment that has hijacked the power. If everybody knows that we all are crying for the same purpose, we have to stick together to make sure that this contraption called Nigeria, we have to bring it down.
Sure, you get, because we need to respect our own territorial boundaries. We need to respect our own cultural differences, tradition, and the rest of that. By respecting them means we respect ourselves for who we are. And by so doing, right, we can coexist as neighbors. I mean, if we break up, it doesn't mean that we're going to like a shift border and there will be like an ocean that will divide everybody. No, there's still going to be borders and people are still going to be trading. Or keeping Nigeria together is not in anybody's interest. I will keep saying it too.
It's not in anybody's interest.
It is the interest of those who are buying guns and then others
giving
us to keep it together.
To keep it together. So that is what I am. That is what I am after. To make sure that we have an equal ground whereby the people from the Yoruba enclave will understand that this is who we are, this is how we do. And all of us will deal with our criminals. You'll find out that these criminals, you will find out that they are little criminals.
Imagine where Abuja no day for anybody to run to from Imo. They don't get Abuja to run to. If you run to Abuja or Lagos, you know go come back. Imagine all the Yoruba criminals who have no Abuja to run to. So if they want to run to Ibadan, we go chase them to Ibadan. If they run from Ibadan to Oshogbo, we go chase them. Where they want to go again?
Any hole where they enter, any hole where we enter.
If they leave that place, they go anywhere else. They don't leave our country with that. No be so. But everybody can run to Abuja and hide now.
So let us keep the heat without dividing our goals and aspirations. They only try to divide our goals and aspirations with, the Igbos, they don't know how to play politics. The Yorubas, they are what
betrayers. That's a fancy word.
They are
betrayers. Are betrayers.
All those things are the distraction. What they want to plant in each and every one of us are here, so that we will fight each other.
Yes.
Just like what the Europeans and the Western world did with the Berlin Conference, where they demarcated Africa.
I know.
That is the reason we don't have common goals in Africa. As big as Africa is, if they tell you that the trade that we have within African regions is not more than 12% of the trade we have everywhere in the world, would you believe it? As big as it is? So, my brother, thank you very much.
Sister, you are a gem again. Thank you so much for all of that. I have another caller, and I'm thinking I should take a break and make myself a cup of tea. Hello there.
Wow.
Babo. How are you, sir? How are you doing? It seems like it's so noisy where you are. I don't know. How are you?
No, good. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. All of us can hear you. Baba.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Now,
thank you.
I want to talk about the guy that called earlier. Before this guy, that was finding fault. So that reach connectional job and things like that.
Sorry. Hey, I'm going to salon from you, boy. I get you, Baba. Tell me, one pick on one or two things he said too.
There's something I want to call your attention because I think he wasn't able to pass, what he wanted to say, correctly. Now, what he meant was that in the line of that job, he had to use one. of our upbringing in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We're not used to such a thing. You know, it's all about go to church or go to mosque. And when your leaders do that, you pray for them. So now it doesn't. It's of God. It's part of social ability. And you know what to do right in America. Now, my son, I have a son of 6 years. No, 7 years, right?
Yeah.
And it's a member team of American, first child.
Right.
They went to, and I went to them, for camping. Him and his brother.
Right.
Do you know that they were training them?
Sorry, I think the call is echoing, Baba. You either have to walk away from where the broadcast is, or you mute it. Somehow we can hear you like it's like a double voice.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe you should just mute the main broadcast, or you walk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's
can you hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you now. So you were telling us about your son who is 7 years.
I was Yeah. Sorry, I was using the camp with them. Now, the boys, right? I went to the camp with them. Yeah. Do you know, as young as 7, right? They were training them how to use gun. They were doing, shooting range. Yeah. They did it in front of the activities. I was there. They were in the farm for 3 days. I went with them, and I saw it. Different gun. They used to. They used long gun. They were using shooting range.
Wow.
And they were marking there. They were marking there.
Just a tag.
Real gun.
America.
Yeah, real gun. Now, me, their father, I can't handle gun. That is what the guy was trying to tell you, that the kind of place where we were brought up, I don't know. No, that was exactly what he was saying.
Right.
When I came to this country,
rather just pray or something like that, but as people, what they do with gun?
Like that. Then my friend went to, when we first came, one of my friends, he said he went to one day in Dallas.
Yeah.
He was in the room. They were together in the middle of the night. Then somebody just knocked the room. Immediately the person knocked. He just, rose up from the bed and deep under the bed and broke that gun. The guy was shocked. So when I was sleeping, there is no here. Everybody is on guard. Now imagine something happen in America. Everybody will come out with their gun. That is that. Number 2, the issue of Nigeria, we must celebrate and go our separate way. The guy that called just before me was comparing in America. Right. You can't compare America with Nigeria.
No.
We are different people. Our purpose is different.
That's right.
Outcasts and Yorubas and Igbos, we do everything the same way. We don't speak the same language. Our value system is different.
They are different.
Are you getting my point? There's no way we can work together. Don't start deceiving ourselves. Start trying to keep Nigeria for some people. It's not beneficiary to anybody. So it is time to everybody understand that we are not the same people. And that was why
you stop pretending about it as well.
It's better. During the time, I was telling these boys, we are fighting for a long cause. Right, that Nigerian people are fighting for the police. That we kill you. So, Mayagu, when let's discuss about the problem of Nigeria, the year to come, it will not solve. Let's go our separate way. You know where Tinubu is from. We know where what the governor is from. If we are here, we do something, we are now they do something. If we go to their family house and pull them out,
we can deal with them on our.
If we not be able to run to Abuja, we will deal with them. When we want to swear them to governance, we will not use Bible. We will use Obi.
Here you go.
My brother, Baba, God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for parking there and having this chat with us before you continue, Baba. Thank you. And then safe drive. Thank you so much. I love that, right? When Americans have to give some comparative analysis, and then most of the time it's so kind of artful the way they see, when they compare what's going on in Nigeria, and they keep asking, now, can't people see? Can't people see? Can't they hear? And like, they can. They just don't. They just pretend that they are blind or they can't. Yeah. Hello there.
Hello. Hello. How are you?
Hello, sir. I'm very well. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Brilliant.
I just want to thank you for your good work.
Thank you, sir.
Great work. Kudos for that.
I know.
The problem with Nigeria is that the caller was saying that we can't live together. I don't believe we can't live together. It's just that we don't want to live together. Nigeria can work. It's just like everybody is expecting. Some people are expecting. Majority of people are Obi to come in for a reason, because they feel that if it comes in,
it's like from the disappointment. So they just, I get you.
You just put things in place. What Nigeria needs is to put the system. If you're saying you can't live together, I left Nigeria 23 years ago to come to this country, United Kingdom. So, and United Kingdom London is not my place. I'm not from London. But we still live together with them, isn't it?
I know.
Most of us that we can't live together, we're living abroad, isn't it? But we're still living with them because there's a system. There's a system in place, isn't it? So the problem, even if we can live with people that are white people, Asian, we can live together. They are our neighbor. Why can't we live together?
Another angle there. That one is another kind of easy sense that you just drop, like say you didn't drop anything. Or you are like, we left Nigeria and we are living with white people because there is a system that takes care of everybody, Abi. Now, in Nigeria, where we are all black, if the right thing is done, we can live together even better. I'm following you, sir. Please.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Actually, that's what I wanted to say, just to tell the last caller or people viewing that we can't live together. We have to search our soul, every one of us that is talking.
Right.
Do we really need that country? It's a system. Like injustice to one, as you said, it's just to all. It's like you are saying, you keep on fighting for the injustice around. But some people, it's just see you as an enemy. Just because you are saying the right thing. If we start thinking like you, if many people start thinking like you, I'm telling you, that's where we start getting right. But if people are still saying, when another person is
when
suffering,
people are not trying to say,
happy.
if I can't have it, nobody can.
Yes.
So when everybody can know that, you don't have to be the one that is the victim before you speak out.
Yes.
Don't wait till you become. I like that too. Again, sir.
Yes.
That's another one.
Yes.
Go on, sir.
So, all right. Thank you so much, Bible. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that drop by. That's some quotable quotes there. In case all of you are very good at jotting things down. Those two quotes there, I'm going to go back and watch the video, and then I'm going to use them in my subsequent program. Hello there.
Hello, sir.
Hello there. Fizo. Oh yeah, we are still doing the same thing, trying to get people to at least own their responsibility. Àbí orí bá kan, èmi rò pé ìjì tó jà bí yẹn náà ni àbí báwo.
Kò tí ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ mọ̀ pé ìlú òyìnbó owó ládẹ wá pa. Ẹ̀yà àwọn bó ṣe ń lọ. Owó la wá pa. Báyìí ìbálẹ̀ dín fún ẹ lówó lọ́dún tó wá pa owó bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n náà máa mú sáfù ní bàbá. Kò ṣe dúró. Máa yegun. Nàìjíríà ń ṣe ìlú rárá. Nàìjíríà ń ṣe ìlú. Ní ìpè mọ́ bí tí ń bá ti bẹ̀ bàbá ọmọ tó ti pọ̀ láti sọ̀rọ̀ just the background, just the see since after that election announcing result everything. You understand?
I do with you. Well, now they won't do inauguration.
I did learn now.
Go on.
Baba, I have been following everything. I've just not been lucky. The phone has been hot tonight. You understand? And I love the point people see it made. Regards to people coming on here and making sure they get their facts right. The before you come and say things here because this is the temple of the truth. You come here with facts and figures.
At least.
You understand?
The conversation is healthy. Nobody's been attacked and all of that. Everybody's just dropping their own and they're living. It's brilliant.
Yes, you know. So that's to call you, imagine from this charade election, there are important points I'm going to make tonight. With regards to your videos that I've been watching, because I'm having to watch things a lot and give me time to do to digest and digest things properly.
That line, Fizo, it's like that line is acting up somehow. It's like crackly somehow.
Can you hear me now?
It's coming back now. Say something.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Hello, Baba.
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. Go on.
Right, now, so I'm going to be quick because I know you have a lot of people on the line and I can see you open that line early.
I know.
Baba, I have a lot to tell you because I have been observing a lot. Baba, and I need to let my people know. They say, broadcast in the past and they can see a lot of things that I've been waiting to tell you.
Let them out.
Cherry Kolu to Wale. Kolu has not stopped being a drug dealer. Yeah, I'm going to come out and tell you guys that now. Because look at the level at which they are playing their games. Yeah? People with diplomatic passports, they have access to airports. That's right. Access to in and out of countries without immigration and customs. Do you understand me now?
That's true.
So this guy that was caught hasn't stopped. When he was talking and bragging that what money cannot do, more money will do it. This guy is trying to prove to us that owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ kì í ṣe owó government ló wà lọ́wọ́ Kolu. Kò ń ṣe owó government ló wà lọ́wọ́ Kolu. No, kò ń ṣe owó government. Owó kòkó ni bàbá fi ń gbéra. Bàbá will stop sharing. Bàbá will stop sharing. Because first to rí pẹ̀lú ara Conakry tó ń jáde wá recently.
Osman Yara.
That guy it's not an old video.
No, it's not long. Even if you look at Tinubu, Tinubu look like Tinubu of last year. It's like it's so recent. It's not old video.
So this, and we saw what they were passing around. We saw what they were doing. They were not idiots. So he hasn't stopped. They are making their money on this side because they have access. What if the politics? What if you buju?
Thank you so much.
We are not idiots.
You have a good one. One of the things that somebody.
And lastly, before you go, but this one is the last one regards to the election. INEC result is from back to front. Back to front.
Yeah. And what does that
Atiku remains in the middle. It is back to front. Don't be saying it's back to front.
So
yes, that's the actual result is Obi won. Obi won. Tinubu moved to third. Tinubu is third because Atiku has more votes than Tinubu.
I've even Kwankwaso claimed to have more votes than Tinubu.
More votes than Tinubu says. If it was the near, you result in too bad because more want to say one bagbada kiri needed to unite the country. Let's unite the country. Egbo Wiki, I am glad that you kept copies. Alone, pay for me. Because we video to Fachadi, Lori Bruku Wiki, on APC. We can make this there. Who's going to vote for all this? These people think we are stupid. All of that. So I think let's just continue putting the diaries there, because it's for people like us. We will go back to it and watch it again and
exactly.
understand what's going on. Thank you, Baba.
Balogun dodo ń dáwà ọmọ tó bá ń lé tó Balogun. So I have another person again as well on the line.
Mayogu, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine. Hallelujah. I got you again today.
Amen to that. So we both have to like.
Let me just
go on, sir.
Let me just rush it. You know, let me just like 2-3 minutes. Yeah. I just want to say 3 things. The guy that said Nigeria can work, that we don't want to live together. Nigerian citizens have tried to live together. If we don't want to live together, we will not do business together. The only thing we don't have is that we don't have the same value. But business, money, transaction, that has nothing to do with where you come from. Anybody in the world can do with money. That's the definition of money. You know, we can do the business, but living together, we cannot live together. Let's be sincere to ourselves, number one. Like the man that said this thing started before we were born. My father died at the age of 80, 2009, right? Yeah, he was telling me these stories when I was even 10 years old. The same thing he was telling me is the same thing that is still happening. There's one book they call Q 1966 Q, one book like that. When you go and read this book, the same thing that is happening in that book is the same thing that is happening today. How many years now? How can this place work?
See,
you know,
Kaduna is so good. Kaduna is so good that was the arrowhead of the first school, which in Rossi crushed. Yeah. Kaduna is a good when you live. Yeah. If you watch the video of his coup speech, he was talking about politicians abandoning the people, looting the money, living large, buying cars, going abroad.
The same thing that killed Abuja. The same thing that killed Abuja.
1966.
The same thing that killed Abuja. The same thing that killed Abuja. You know, when you listen to Abuja, that's why they killed Abuja. Can we not see that since they said Abuja loot money, they have never showed the evidence where the money were from, who and who looted this money? Because Abuja never left the country for 6 years. You know, so the son came out and said they are accusing this man that he loot money. This is the establishment that wanted to punish Nigeria because Abuja refused them to come in. So the Abuja now use individuals to put money outside, so Nigeria will not suffer. Exactly what Okonjo-Iweala did, but the establishment and their RM boys refused Nigeria not to work. The same thing they did to Peter Obi in Anambra. So they are everywhere. He wanted to save money. They impeached him 2 times. They were everywhere. So how can it work? Revolution or war? Nigeria cannot work. Oh, you see, Wike, I saw the video where Wike was criticizing APC, telling who want to follow the Buhari footsteps. Now, the same Wike is now in the first house. The same Wike is the one that gave the APC 25%, leaving his own PDP behind. Okorocha was there helping people as philanthropists. Now, he went inside the system. He became a criminal. This issue of Igbo, Yoruba against Igbo in Lagos of recently is the establishment. They put it because they were scared that there will be revolution. So that they now put it one side. Yoruba, if that thing are shouting on internet, the way it was loud in internet, it is loud on the ground. Yeah. The establishment could have achieved what they wanted. They wanted to scatter Igbo and Yoruba so they can still stand because they committed a lot of atrocities. As I'm talking to you now, look at their faces. They are still scared about Tinubu. They are not sure with him. They are scared about him. This man they call the Southern of Sokoto. I thought he said he's still following the blueprint of Ahmadu Bello. He never said anything. He only came out to say we should follow the election. Election that killed people. Election that discriminated people. He just said we should follow. If you don't like it, go to court. He never said anything. He kept silent till now. So these guys, what they need is revolution from east, west, north. Chase them away and put Nigeria in normal where it's supposed to be. Competition. Everybody be on his own and come to the center table and discuss the next future.
Thank you so much,
bro. You know, and come to the center table and decide the next future. But like this, Nigeria cannot work. People will continue dying. And what the man was saying about the gods, what the man was talking about the gods, is that Nigerians, the way we are brought up with the religion, with the family, hey, don't do this, hey, don't do that. But let me tell you, my NSAS defied everything. NSAS, the type of gun that are in hands of individuals. Can you believe that a Nigerian citizen can kill a policeman and eat his meat in public? So the thing that is going to come, all of them will run. There are not many. There are few of them. Thank you so much, Mayegu.
So much for this. I do appreciate. I mean, it's been a wonderful evening. A lot of people have chipped in from everywhere. I decided I was going to make it an open mic because I wasn't going to have a long night, like a full night. I'm sorry I did same thing yesterday. I just stopped it midway. But I think, what needed to be said have been said. A lot of you also want to add your voice as well. Probably even have more to do. To add as well, okay? But we will do that some other time. I have delivered what I believe a thought-provoking piece. Something that gets you to actually think about the narratives, the kind of narratives that are going to be popping out now. Remember, it's politics. And the people that are going to be pushing them, they're going to be talking like they care. They don't. And whatever the pressure is, them playing the card of Igbo this, Igbo that. With this broadcast you have watched it tonight, with all you know, even before now, even if you are so angry with them, now you understand better that they're going to continue to push it and ask you that Igbos don't know how to play politics. Some of you are going to help them push that too. But it doesn't really make any sense because the people you are pushing for are the Igbo politicians, Igbo elites, Yoruba politicians, Yoruba elites, Hausa politicians, and the rest of them. They are those who are going to fight for the, for a seat at the table where they share your common patrimony. So you don't throw the Igbos into that thinking you are making any sense or thinking you are making any political sense. It doesn't make any sense because those who even supported APC, you that supported APC, if they are not offering you empower, they will be offering you the wheelbarrow job of Festus Otobokeyamo. And look at it. Those of you who actually love APC, those of you who have APC governors, APC this and that, those of you who are part of that 97%, look at your lives. Here you get now. So everybody and the 5% or so, the 97% or so, everybody has collected the worst of the worst under APC. So you being an Igbo man or an Igbo woman, just I know probably a lot of you actually know this already. Nobody gives a damn who is the president of Nigeria is what an Igbo man would say, even though you should, if you ask me, or you should indeed put your effort together, put all of your resources together, and then leave Nigeria for what Nigeria is. You have no future in Nigeria. Yorubas have no future in Nigeria. See, when I say that, sometimes people don't get that clearly. Everybody that is claiming to be Nigerian right now in every part of the world, and even in Nigeria, you have no future in Nigeria. The Nigeria that they currently are telling you that is your Nigeria is not yours. It is those, it is that of your oppressors, okay, who come from every part of Nigeria. So, if for any reason, right, if you think because you are not Igbo or you are not a Southerner, you are from the north, So you have everything in your advantage. You are just lying to yourself, making yourself think that you are part of the team. You are not. Look around you. That should tell you all you need to know. The criminals from your own tribe, the Yorubas, are going to kill. It's their turn. They're going to get the appointment. They're going to get the contract. The Yorubas, you, the Avuvu sellers, you're going to keep putting up their pictures on your profiles on Facebook, on Twitter. You'll be celebrating the criminals that are going to be elevated to and given the access code to your common patrimony. They're going to leave you the same way you are, okay? So you're going to be celebrating them soon and the rest of that, but you know what the end goal is. You are not part of the team. When the data for the unemployed shows up, you're going to see many of yourselves in there. When the data for the poorest shows up, you're going to see yourselves there. Because only one single thing kept you and kept Nigeria in this situation: corruption. The corrupt people who also make a corrupt leaders. You are a reflection of your leaders. Don't take that away, okay? But the moment you know this truth, then you begin to realize that you are actually not part of the team. You are not part of them. You are not part of their plan. You are just a pawn on their chess table. Enjoy it while it lasts. If you have no recent history of self-destruction, what it means, then take a look at those who fought for change in 2015. Some of them died. Some of them have become wretched, poorer. Some of them have left Nigeria. Others who couldn't leave Nigeria are walking dead. But the politicians that are APC and all of them and their contractors, they are living large, they are living better. So they repeated it in 2019. Yes, same people did same thing in 2019. They started praying that God should touch the heart of their criminal leaders to do better, to do the right thing for them. Now, 4 years after that, that's almost 8 years. Somebody is still saying that whether you like it or not, Tinubu is going to be your president, nothing will happen. A lot will happen. And I can tell you this for free. In that lot that will happen, you have a lot of share from it too. Because there's no plan or safety net for you from the criminals whose only job is to steal your future as much as they can. Keep helping them. So thank you. So those who have stood up, who keep speaking out and all of that, don't let anybody tell you that it's all talk. One day, monkey go market, go come back. There's something they say, the person where they chase city hunter, where they chase lion don't turn back now, I go chase hunter. Abi, the time will tell. So thank you very much for your time. I will see you some other time. Stay safe, stay alive as much as you can. Don't die on me. I'll see you again. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.